Yeah, that's it. Press the wrong button.
Sure.
Yeah, press the wrong button.
We've just been speaking for about 24 minutes. And Andrew suddenly went, yeah.
Can't find
I've shown my bum and all sorts. I don't know what to do now. Smart party. Christmas is over.
behind a paywall now. Behind a paywall.
If you want to sit now, you can have to sign up to my OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Have you got OnlyFans yet?
No.
You seem like a guy to me.
God.
You seem like you take photos of your feet and sell them online.
Oh, no, don't get me started.
You'll find someone to buy them.
You're
somebody who loves to buy them.
Well, my turned around to me the other day over.
So, yeah. So, as you can see, we're now a three-piece. Yes, a three-piece. Yeah, three-piece group now. So, without further ado, let's introduce to our newest member. You may recognise her from other than Woe to the Round Table. Is Jenny Hayes.
Hello everyone, I'm back.
Yeah.
It's nice to be back on the podcast again. I missed it.
Oh yeah, we all did. We all did.
We have missed
Yeah.
you.
It's been. I have missed being part of the podcast. You know, cause it's been like a lot of times where like new songs have come out. It's so fun to sit down and talk about it. But I just haven't been able to. And obviously at the minute, I'm not doing idle stuff right now. I'm taking an extended hiatus. I'm not sure if I'm going to come back or when and all that. So it's been really not doing things. So it's quite nice to be back on a project. You know, talk about Japanese music.
Yay!
I know. Yeah, it does feel like a very long time ago. And I think Andrew, it was you, Andrew, wasn't it? The other day, it's been 3 years since we started.
Yeah.
Now I have a question on that. Has it been 3 years since planning? 3 years since we released.
3 years since we released.
Or 3 years.
Yes, I remember. Because we had I think our first episode was right before.
And it was just round about this time when the actual release happened. And we recorded that in November as well.
Because if I remember trying to rush it out so that we could capitalise on the New Year.
Oh yeah.
Took a bit like, there we go, chuck it in. This is it for this year. Fuck off.
And then also like things changed last minute. Sort of when we recorded.
Right.
That was when Passcode came out with their last album with Yuna.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and we changed the whole system completely.
Yeah.
I think. Throughout everything. Thinking about this the other day. So I wouldn't consider myself a creative person, but I used to try and do like films, and then I spent some time writing, and then I kind of got into the podcast. I used to love listening to podcasts. So I thought, yeah, if I could do something great. I always thought to make something people could listen to while they were at work. Because that's what I used to do. And about everything. Somebody asked me recently. I said, out of everything I've creatively already, Woe to the Round Table for me, it's like the pinnacle. Because it's the most chaotic I've ever been involved with. Because when we'd record, it always seemed like everything had been well thought through, well sourced, and nobody really turned up 20 me before.
Yeah.
What we doing? I'd press record. Let's go.
Yeah, I used to remember every time we had an episode come out. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks between each episode. And we were like, okay, this is like the gist of what we're going to be talking about. That only made up like 10% of the episode, and the rest is just chatting shit.
Yeah, and it's still going to be like this as well.
But because we're like the best team ever, like everyone else's podcasts. You know, we could do like 3 hour episodes if we do.
Oh yeah. We could do marathons.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm still the day I die. Gonna go around saying we'd only been doing a podcast for 6 months, and Necronomidus, where we headlined, and Necronomidus came forward.
Oh yeah. Look what happened there a year later.
Well, we finished on a high.
Yeah.
Technically, I was watching that Oasis at Nebworth again, and Noel Gallagher said, what we should do, we should stop Nebworth, because everything after that just went shit. And I think to myself, we wouldn't have. We'd have been amazing right until the end. We should have done more. But we had that Idol Festival or whatever on. And then we were gone like a breeze. That was a we peaked. Fuck anybody who wants to ever try and be like us.
There's no podcast like ours.
Yeah.
Or what this new one's going to be anyway.
Yeah. But Andrew, what we should do, Jenny's here. I want you personally. This is your podcast. This is when you plan this. I want you to explain what Gaijin Scars is to you.
Gaijin Scars. So Gaijin is, like, for me, it's described before. Like, as much some people, I'm not saying all. There's some people that don't like the word, but I find it quite a fun word to represent a person. So that's what came to my mind when I was doing the idea, and Scars just came into my mind like after for like a couple of songs that I listened to. So whether it's a lyric or a song title, that's what the whole idea came around. So
I like it. But Andrew, what are your visions for this podcast? This is an interview now.
Yep. Oh, bloody hell.
Now, depending on how you answer these questions, we might kick you out. We might kick you out of your own, mate. You didn't get the job.
Boo.
But no, all joking aside.
Yep.
Explain, not just to us, but to the listeners, what you want this podcast to be.
I want this podcast to be focusing on Japanese music, and as well as Japanese music, just have fun while
wear a bikini. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and just have fun at the same time. Whether it's like have a little tangent every so often that we've always done, whether we've done previous projects, as well as just talking about things, and also go to the subject, which is sort of similar to, in a way.
I really can't wait.
But yeah, I'm going to let it grow organically. So, of course, at the end of the day, we're all three of us work, so it's just a nice spare time. So,
speaking of growing organically, it will nearly be time for Jenny's baby.
Yep.
Yes.
And I am talking about. Made a bar. But that's not impressive for Jenny. She's made it a human. So I'm really looking forward to when this podcast ceases to be about Japanese music. Loses identity completely, and it just becomes 50 minutes of Jenny going, I just want more, please.
No, she's probably going to become another co-host, because I listen to a lot of music. She really loves rock music.
Oh, amazing.
Constantly kicking to it. So, you know, I think the favourite song at the minute is do you guys know the Cody Rowe wrestling thing?
Yes, obviously.
Oh, song. She loves that song.
Oh, good.
So that's probably going to be playing in the hospital.
Speaking of, I've got to tell you a little something. Like for my like song when I came out, no pun intended, was Wild Thing. That's the first thing that my dad heard when my mum was giving birth.
It's really interesting how everybody else. Jenny, you will find. So mine will stay. I mean, I'm 30. I'm 34 on Tuesday. And my mum will still tell anybody that's including me, 500 fucking time that when I was born on the radio in the room, it was cherry pie, sweet cherry pie. I don't know the band. She'll tell you, but it's that sweet cherry pie.
I always think from Bad Grandpa or something. That Jackass film.
I haven't seen it, but that was played well.
Yeah.
And I do like cherry, but not that.
Oh, I'm addicted to cherry. I think before I became pregnant, I was addicted to, not addicted because that sounds like I have a problem. My local Weatherspoons had a cherry rum Cockburg.
Ooh, yeah.
And it tastes really nice. So I've got like a taste for like cherry flavored drinks.
Well, you are absolutely more than well to try that when you're out and about. And I love cherry. I love vanilla. So interesting fact. You might not believe it. I used to have anger issues, and it turned out the only thing that would ever calm me down. And I figured this out in therapy. The only thing that would ever calm me down was vanilla candles. So like you know some people say breathe it works. That never works for me. But if there was vanilla candles, it would calm me down. Even as a kid, even as like a teenager kind of thing. I just found that would always soothe. So you know these days when I get frustrated, I don't sit around and just learn to accept it.
Yeah.
But
Well, if you ever come around my house, I always have candles.
I'll get a vanilla one. I'll be amazed.
Oh, we've had vanilla, cherry, all sorts.
You've got to love a good candle.
Oh yeah.
Have you got any candles in your candle? Were you allowed candles?
Yes, we've got candles downstairs.
Yes, but are you allowed in a cabinet?
Not in my room. That no, cause a fire.
Bless you, bud. No, I need a candle in here to make it smell nice. Wood and regret. But yeah. I really like that. Soon your house will smell like poo. And that's okay. It's not yours. Well, it's part of it. But it's not gonna always be yours. You can go. You'll get amazing thing where you can actually you fart somewhere and you're baby.
I'll just blame everything on her. I'll just blame everything on her.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
You know if I'm snacking. I don't trump. I've never trumped. But in the house, whenever food goes in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
I'm not interested in biscuits. The kids eat all the biscuits. Andrew's getting really wound.
No, it's alright.
I want to get this episode on the roll.
No, it's alright. Take your time.
Okay, Andrew, what's your favourite biscuit?
Custard creams all the way, and Oreo.
Bourbons, favourite. Bourbons.
I am an absolute sucker for shortbread.
Oh, shortbread.
I love shortbread. Even better. I love those. This time of year, I love those Danish butter biscuits.
Ooh.
You know, the ones that the old people used to love. But I have had moments in the last 12 months where to cut a long story short, I've realised that you get the biscuit spread. Right, which which is basically meant to be like a cheap version of the caramel biscuits. I don't know what they're called. Go with your coffee. And there's been times this year where I've just stuck the spoon in.
Blame ya.
So that comes with being a parent. Do not be ashamed, Jenny.
Oh no. Pink wafers I like as well. Pink wafers. Oh. Yeah. And with it being Christmas as well, I've been eating a lot of gingerbread as well. We've got I live in Barnsley recently moved house, and there's a coupons right bang in the middle of the bus centre, and they make the nicest gingerbread.
I always have a love and hate relationship with gingerbread. I love it. But because I'm ginger. At school, people would always kind of like take the piss by bringing biscuits into me and just being like, hey, you've got your. Kids at school can be cruel. Kids at school can be cruel. I'm gonna pop that t-shirt.
Yeah, so as 2023 is coming to an end, there's some things we can talk about, and a certain person was going to go to a certain person named Matt was meant to go to London not too long ago, but didn't in the end, to see WACK. Yeah.
And you know what? So I'll give a story of this. So when it got announced, and you told me, Andrew, you told me, and I got really excited, and I bought my ticket. I remember buying the ticket in the middle of the night. And I was trying to do it on for whatever reason. London Underworld just was not having my card at all. So I had to get my laptop and all the rest. And for anybody who knows me, that's fucking effort. For anybody else, that is like fucking Mr. Robot. But for me, it was like, oh, fuck it. That's like when somebody says you need to go to the shed and get something. It was a nightmare. But I bought my ticket. I was really excited. So excited. And as time went on, and it got closer to it, the more those little down setting out there. It's fucking Thursday night. I don't work till 5. I've got to get down to London. My car is not you les or all of that shit. All that now expect. I was there thinking right, I'm gonna need to pay for this, pay for that, pay for the fuel and stuff. Yeah, I was planning, and I was well up for it. And then I just got to the point where I just thought the excitement seeing WACK and out of all of the groups, I'd have liked to have seen ANET, but ultimately the most excited that I would have been XYZ, just because it was Empire, and I loved Empire, and so I was really excited for that. I thought that's too far of a fucking journey now for me, and so I was there. And funnily, first things I thought about was I remember thinking about Andrew. And I remember thinking of Andrew in the previous episode when he was like, I can't believe these people who sit and record gigs and put them up online. And I remember sitting there thinking, I fucking hope somebody does that with this gig, so that I can watch it from home. But it kind of came along, and I thought to myself, what I'll do is I'm going to tell my friends at work that this gig is happening, and I'm really excited because I was really in the build to it. They were going to be like, you have to London tomorrow. No, you have to London. And nobody gave a fuck at all. And so it just kind of got down, and I just thought, I just can't justify it. I can't justify it. Not really. Like now, this. It used to be a case of, I'll take you for example. I mean, it's much better for me when the gig is coming or Birmingham. If it had been Birmingham, I'd have gone without even a thought. But London's shit to get to if it was mid or really going there on a Thursday after work, hitting all of the traffic on the M1.
Yeah.
It's just not happening. And I don't think the bands, I'm not going to sit here and go, the band need to be more. No, the bands have got to find their job. What does it matter to them? For me, personally, I'm really sad that I didn't go, but I think I'd have gone. bizarrely, I think I'd have regretted it more. And I know that might sound, you know, there would probably be some people think, oh, he's not a WACK fan. I'm not a WACK fan. You know, I love the music. Not so much now. I used to love the music more. But I'm just as I'm getting older, the logistics thing to myself, right, well, I'm not going to be dinner with family that night. I need to sort something out. Needing to leave work to get to London. Where am I going to park? I'm going to be in there. And I know if I'd have gone. If I'd have gone, I'd have been in there and I'd have loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I was really happy to meet the people there. But I know I'd have been secretly time watching. And I'd have been there thinking, should I? If I fuck off now, right home, and get home 2 o'clock. If I go home now, and if I compare that to when I went to the Indie Idol show at Birmingham, I told him the night. I knew I could stay in Birmingham for as long as I wanted.
Yeah.
I know I can't do that now. So while I really do wish I'd gone, I'm not. And I'll even go as far as I'm not even myself to March.
Oh, I was just going to ask about March, but you just said you're committed. I'll probably go to it. Try to go to it.
Now with the March.
What's happening in March?
WACK are coming back, to the underworld.
Who, sorry?
The WACK.
So I would be more inclined to go in March, because as much as I love Empire, Gang Parade in March. Now I'd be probably more inclined, because I think personally, I could be wrong, could be getting things wrong, but I'm sure Gang Parade was one of the first WACK groups that I saw. You know. But who knows? It depends on when it is.
I think it's 24th of March, I believe.
Okay. Well, what I will probably do is I will probably if I get a hotel and I get a day off the next day off work, I will stay, and I'm more likely to go to it. If I know I'm driving home at night and I've got work, it's not.
Yeah.
So if you're going, Andrew, I will go. If you're going, I mean, Jenny might be too busy. Who knows? But see, Andrew sold the initial because he went. It's WACK. I'm not bothered.
No, just like because I know you talk about WACK so much, so I assumed that's what I thought of you. So.
And I bet it was amazing. And from what I've definitely looked at on YouTube, great. But if you go, Andrew, you know, who knows? If you don't go, I'm not accountable to anybody. If I feel like I'm going to let you down, I will be.
Oh yeah, because like I said, I was just.
Andrew, if you want to share a hotel room, even better.
Yeah. As I was going to say, like, the pictures from Beyond Senpai's Amanda were pretty good.
See, I believe, honestly, and this is the reason why I go to these gigs, is I would have fun meeting all of you, and all of the fans would actually get in the gig.
I think you should go to Japan.
Well, again, you know. Maybe. If all of us were to do it, if it was a genuine thing, if it was like, if we were to say this, right, I don't know. At this event, right, we're gonna let's get all of us together, whether it's us three, whether it's you know Tom, Amanda, whoever. If we were to say, look, we're all gonna those of us who can are gonna get together. And we'll have a catch up. I'd be more interested in that than a gig. Personally.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because I prefer social aspect of it. Much more. From the idol, indie, whatever. I love seeing Hanako. But I have more fond memories of being there with my friend and being with Terry and all of the laugh and jokes that we had in the bar before and afterwards.
Yeah,
you know? So they're what I remember. And then I just go, oh, the music, good laugh.
I think that was one of the incentives that I had when I planned to go to see Babymetal a couple of weeks ago. I'd bought a ticket way in advance. I'll be alright to go. And then Amanda said she was going. Oh, it's brilliant. I was really looking forward to catching up with her, any of the people that I knew going. Then in the end, same as you, Matt, I was like, the effort of going all the way down. You know, booking a place to stay, and because my fiance was with me, and he was like proposing for it, but then we thought it's a bit too close to. I remember mentioning the venue and like the disabled seating, not like proper. We had to pay like £20 on top of each ticket. I thought was absolutely. But at the same time, I know Babymetal come again. You know, so it's not as if I'd really missed out.
Yeah, speaking.
It did look really good. The venue was a lot bigger than I thought.
Oh yeah, Roundhouse, yes. Yeah, because speaking of which, I went to both shows.
Yeah. I think I was going to go on the 28th.
Yeah,
again, that was another thing because both were on a Monday to Tuesday, which I found quite odd. You know.
Yeah. And that's you know. I mean. Going back to it, and I talked about it, and Andrew's take on it. That's you know, it's just when it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, and I would not consider myself a die hard in any way. I've missed football games. I've missed Liverpool games because it's been on a Thursday night, and I've thought I just can't be arsed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I've missed. It's got to for me. It's got to be. I don't want to say justified because they are by nature. But if it's a fucking cup, and if I'm driving through camp.
Yeah.
For a park, I'm not going.
No.
Now, if somebody to give, and it's probably hard. Social media. It's not like hey guys, where's the best place for this? I don't make it easy for myself. But you know, I know that a lot of people will break a neck to get to a particular gig. I'm just not there anymore.
No.
You know.
I'd say if it was like 5 years, I'm gonna get there, but it's just. I guess I'm not saying I've got better priority now, but it's just.
But you do.
Yeah.
You do. It's not a bad thing. I do. It's not. I can't get to a gig on a Thursday night without thinking of, well, that leaves Sean, my fiance, that leaves her now to have to deal with the kids and do everything while I go swan off as a 34-year-old man off to go and watch a bunch of young 20-year-old Japanese girls singing in London.
Yeah.
You know, I've probably not got my priorities there.
Yeah.
As much as a fun night as it was, now, you know, and I think for me personally, I felt the WACK gig was very sudden.
Yeah, I've noticed like a lot of these acts announce UK tours, and you've literally got less planned for it all.
Yeah, I was just gonna speak about that because like as is happening right now, my brother and Amanda are at Femm, which is their last ever UK show today, which is happening.
Yeah.
Well, it's not happening right now, but it'll probably start around 8:30, so about just under an hour's time. That they'll be like performing their last ever UK show, which I was going to talk about later, but I thought I'd jump into it now. Because I'm like,
no, I think it's great.
Yeah,
I think
talk about Babymetal later.
I think where it's from if I was like a show promoter in charge of putting these shows I think for these shows very last minute, I don't think they're not bothered about getting new fans in. I think they're not who their demographic are. They know who the show, and they know that there's a big massive part of their fan that's just gonna make the time whether they have to like ditch your work or something. Because I know there's always like a small group that are at every Japanese music show. And I think how the hell do you ever get to all these?
Yeah, because like it's quite common in Japan, like as you experienced it as well, Matt, that there'll be like last minute shows, like whether it's 2 weeks before or a month before.
Yeah.
It's quite useful in Japan because sometimes, like if you're on holiday, it's you're prepared, but there'll be times where you're not. Like over here, you can't get time off that easily, sort of thing. That's my only criticism at times.
Well, you're right. You're right. Absolutely right. I think also thing of in Japan, it works a lot better anyway. Because Japan's getting around Japan, like jumping on the metro, jumping on their public transport is fucking amazing.
Yes, it is. Yes.
100% believe that anywhere you are in Tokyo or on the outskirts, getting to a gig on a Thursday night is absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It'd be like ordering a takeaway. It's dead easy.
Yeah.
Right. Over here, especially for people who live in London, I bet it's mint.
Yeah.
Anywhere you can jump on the tube. I don't know London. I'm not, I wouldn't know where to get on, where to get off. And I was trying to look for it when I was applying for the WACK gig. I was like, right, I know that it's apparently right opposite Camden. Right, I don't know where the fuck that is.
Yeah.
I don't know where from where I am, where I could drive to, park the car, get onto the underground and get there. I don't know what the last train from Camden is. I know the gig was going to finish around 10:30. I know that the fucking curfew or whatever is 11.
Yeah.
I know when it ends. The train's run then. I don't know. So
yeah.
I don't know. I always think to myself, and I recommend this to somebody when it's football related, but I would recommend it out to anybody who might be listening. If anybody wants to pass this on, Andrew, to people who might, own a record company or a really, well-known Japanese publishing or whatever, do you know if there was somebody that knew of a fucking big massive car, right? That was maybe like, I don't know, ticketed or maybe like an area, a big car park. If there was a way where somebody could be like, how much would it cost to pay for the car park?
Yeah.
Anybody travelling to these gigs parks in this car park. Just bring that out there. For people who are travelling to these gigs, if there was a set place where you knew to take your car, leave it. I don't even fucking care if the car's safe. But if I just know I'm not driving central London, hoping some fucking milk wagon gets out of the way, so you get for a amazing.
It's one of them things, isn't it? I used to be part of it's my fiance's wrestling company, temporarily shut down for now. I think one of the things that we've always recently had an event back in November, and we booked out like a completely brand new venue. One of the first things that we looked at was is there car parking nearby? Because there's a lot of venues that are really good. But if I know that there's not easy public transport and car parking, there's no incentive to come.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. So I'll put it this way. I think of a gig location the same as about a restaurant.
Yeah.
If there's no car park, I'm not fucking.
It's like another thing. I'm part of I think there's a comic con in Liverpool. I'm part of the Facebook group. There's a lot of discussions on there. And I think most of the questions is what's the transport to get to the venue and how's the car parking. And a lot of the time people are deciding not to go in the end. There's just been no car parking available. They've had to fork out more money to park further into the centre. Yeah.
What I can offer you is something there. So the two places I'm parking is I'm parking in Wootton and then get a bus in, or you can park. If you go into Albert Dock, there's an underground car park, literally like in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Very Parisian, but the argument is correct, 100%. If I was staying in a hotel and I knew I could get there Thursday afternoon, if it was a Thursday night, if I knew I could get there Thursday afternoon, drop the car off, check in the room, have a couple of beers, and then make my way to the venue. Perfect. And that's probably what I'll have to do now.
Yeah.
I'm too old to be fucking travelling. It's a 2.5 hour trip from where I am to London, and finishing work, making a 2.5 hour trip in rush hour traffic down the M1.
Yeah.
And through Camden.
I think it's why Necronomide UK a few years ago, it's like 2018. One of the dates was at Huddersfield.
Oh, yeah.
It was the most unlike place I could imagine performing at. But I was really happy that they were there because it was literally two trains. But the journey was like less than 2 hours.
I was at that gig. If you can hear that, that's the wind the wall.
Okay.
Of my bar. But I was in Huddersfield. And to get to Huddersfield or Birmingham is amazing. I can get there. I can probably get home before midnight if the gig finishes at 11. You could probably realistically get home from Birmingham in an hour in a town like that. You know, there needs to be, and again, London's the draw, isn't it?
Yeah.
Japanese group. If I was, I was about to say, and it's right, and it always feels like it's nasty. If I was like a foreign group, of course I would rather play in London than Birmingham.
Yeah.
But the promoters, I don't know. Maybe
the thing is, there are little
to do really because they can just say, fuck it.
No, but the thing is about if I drawing new audience shows, there are little pockets in the UK that are really passionate about music.
I totally agree.
I'm stone throw away from Sheffield. I just get a quick bus and a half-hour train, and I'm there. And there's been quite a lot of not groups, but a lot of Japanese folk performing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of underground music.
Oh yeah, totally.
To have these, there's Manchester's another one.
Yeah.
Even as well. There's loads of little, I guess cold tracks of towns that are really good to cater to that.
Yeah.
But London seems to be the obvious
I
one.
know, I understand where you're coming from there, Jenny, because there's some artists that I follow, like for example Babymetal and Fake Gear in the past. They've always, every single show that they've been to have always been London. They haven't done any other shows. It's only been just the one date as well. So, and I'm like, going back to the subject I was about to say about Babymetal. I went to both nights. Me, Amanda, Peter, my brother, and a few others that we know in the community, as you do. We had a couple of pre-drinks on both nights at this place called the Enterprise, which is just slightly opposite the Roundhouse. And it's also a hotel, but it's a bit expensive. I looked at the prices a bit later, but for drinks wise, it was actually quite cheap. It was like happy hours, like £4 for say a pint of Anselm, for example. And so
I think that's definitely where you get like experience up north, because I've noticed a lot of mini bars, micro bars and pubs now, which is really socialising next to the venue. You're gonna have people turning up. Whereas in London, it's like, where's the nearest pub? Oh, it's 3 miles round the corner. You're paying what, like £6? I'm guessing or a pint or even more.
6 or more. Yeah, so like on the first night, me, Amanda, and Colin, and and that we were right. I'm not kid you not. We were right by the not the barrier at the front, but the barrier where the sound booth was. Believe me, it was the most. Had loads of tall people, obviously, because some of us are quite small, which is annoying. But like when the pits got bigger, like we were literally nearly squashed to the barrier. And secondly, one good thing, Cobra Metal was at the sound barrier most of the time too. So, and so I think the first act was called Fukove, which are a 3-piece, obviously rock metal group. They're from Scotland. They did pretty good.
Yeah.
They were better Tuesday night than they were the Monday night. That's my honest opinion. With Babymetal, they first three songs in, it was I need to think 3. Yeah, it was Death, Babymetal Death, Gimme Chocolate, and 4 songs. It was Papa Ya and BMC both nights. So the first 4 songs, and then throughout like the middle part, I can't remember how many songs. Like they were doing stuff from the other one and their most newest single, Metal. And they actually swapped it out. Did few had Monochrome, which was obviously played, and then also that's another one. Distortion was played. I forgot to say that on both nights as well.
Sounded like a really set.
Both sets were good. So I can't remember everything. And then last bit, there's no encore either. So the last 3 songs, it was I remember it. It was Megitsune, Headbanger, Headbanger, and Road of Resistance on both nights.
That sounded like a good ending.
I was gonna say on the day of the 28th. Not all of us. I thought it would have gone down well if Doki Doki Morning was played, because it was that date, 28th of November in 2010. Babymetal made their debut. I thought Doki Doki Morning would have been perfect to near end that. That would have been perfect, but obviously they didn't. So
I think the more focused on the sound.
Yeah, I understand. That's just my opinion. So
I do like the new album that came out this year. I've listened to it once and to it again.
I've listened to it twice, and
it's not been my favourite. I remember when Metal Galaxy came out, and everyone was like, it's all over. I don't like the album, but that's what I loved about it.
I did criticise.
The sound was all over the Babymetal record, whereas their newest album, I found it quite boring. I had to force myself to it all the way through. Unfortunately,
I enjoyed
great music and great vocals, but it wasn't something that was stuck in my head.
Yeah.
I would refer to it, and I completely agree with Jenny on this as well. And if I start with Metal Galaxy, I found it chaotic, but that was kind of, I felt that was expressive in a way that it didn't feel. It felt like I'd not listened to before. It was exciting because it was all over the place. It was chaotic. It was a jumble.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, because I thought it was a. I'll start my bit. I kind of agree with you there, Matt. Like when I first heard it, I assumed it reminded me in a way a bit of Passcode in some areas, but after listening to it the second time a couple of years later, I changed my mind last minute that I liked it. I just thought I'd give it another try. So like the newest one, not the best, but it's still like it's mature and everything. Not the best, but it's still a good. That they've done.
I think that's what worries me a little bit. Is obviously the girls are getting old. They're going to want to sing more mature songs. But I think the essence what attracted people to Babymetal was just the randomness of their sounds.
But this is, I mean, At what point do we have a bit of an uncomfortable conversation about the Japanese music industry in terms of
yeah.
look, you know.
Yeah, it's like for example, the newest song that came out, Metani.
Yeah.
It's still silly, but it's still appropriate for their age. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The question needs to be at what point do they cease to become baby metal? If I put it into this, I'll be fucking completely honest. Okay. At some point, these are not girls anymore. One of the reasons why they caught the attention that they did is they were young girls who were kind of something. So at the time was considered quite genre refined, not genre.
Yeah, I understand.
Whereas now these are only get a more mature sound. At what point do you say these would probably I would see baby metal do something else? And do you then create a new baby metal, or do you just band continue with baby metal? Maybe we get over what the band to the I really especially now, and I don't know if other people have done feel the same.
Yeah.
Is now I look at through the perspective of a parent with young girls, and you start to see a bit kind of like things that I didn't necessarily want to notice beforehand in Japanese music. I mean, WACK's a perfect opportunity of it, and it's it's not seeds of dissent. I think it can be empowering, whatever. But at some point, I think you have to let these groups like just evolve.
Yeah.
If they're now wanting a more mature sound, let the more mature sound happen.
Yeah.
Or if you are the label that doesn't want them to have that sound, you either have to release or you have to give up, and let them do what they want. You really can't holding back.
No.
Women trying to make them sound like girls. It's really unfair. And it's unfair.
Yeah, I think one big example called Bring the Horizon. They're not like a Japanese group, but I remember watching a video a few weeks ago about their history as a band, and their earnings completely different.
Yes, they were like a deathcore band.
Yeah.
What they call deathcore.
They went through a lot of. I wouldn't say hate, but they had a lot of fans happy about them changing up their sound. But I do have to say, I do think their newest sound from like 2018 onwards is a lot better than their original stuff.
I remember. So obviously from Sheffield. I remember Bring the Horizon when they were in the early days. Because I thought myself quite edgy.
You're always edgy at times, anyway.
I remember seeing them with
Oh, I've heard of them. Yeah.
At the time, absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure I liked him, the lead singer. I respect the music because of person I've heard also from people I know. But I think it's every band and every musician will grow naturally, and you have to let it. I think for any creative or anybody really, if you're still trying to create this sound when you're there, it's not true to you. And
No.
That leaves the taste to me. To take another prime example, I've never liked. They've not been my kind of band. I'm not interested. But
Fair enough.
I've heard people talk about them, and it's Arctic Monkeys. And they sound this way then. They sound like this now. You have people going, oh, it's ridiculous and boring. It's not my taste. But ultimately, if you're a band and you've gone on that long, do you not have the right? You don't take something more my age. If I think of Noel Gallagher, and I think of Oasis, and I think of maybe not the most recent, but I think of the second last one, where he kind of went off into the disco phase. He's earned the right. They've earned the right. Just go.
Yeah.
I fucking want that. And the strong management will want to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Go with it. We know. No matter what Babymetal makes, they'll always sell records. They come out a fucking jazz album. You're buying. You're gonna go.
Yeah.
Weird to listen to it. But let them be. But if Babymetal now go and release the exact same first album they did. People like 2024 say the first. People will buy it. They'll go. What a waste of money. Different. You know. So it's. Do you want different, or do you want the same? And that'd be an impulsive post on social media.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Do you want them to sound the same, or do you want them to evolve?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah,
I think it's more just evolving because I think rock music from like the early 2000s sounds completely different to now.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, totally.
It's been more about do quick genre change. Like 2018 the release of pop album, 2019 the release of metal album. It's just too much of a change they're all used to.
Yeah, because I'm not.
Like bands that slowly change their sound over time. I think one band that I think of Paramore, they started off punky, pop punk, and went through pop bass, and then when alternative sounds, and it took a bit of an achievement for people, but it was a nice transition throughout.
Yeah, I kind of understand where you're coming.
I have an interesting yet personal story about if you'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
I once had a girlfriend who split up with me because I once said, and I must have been 17. I was not a child, not young, right. And I had a girlfriend who couldn't stand the fact that I thought that Hayley was attractive. That she broke up with me.
Oh.
Yeah. And I remember, we've been together for about 2 years. Which by that age, you might as well buy a mortgage. But I remember just fucking off. And every time now I ever see Paramore, I always say to myself, what the fuck were all about?
Yeah.
For what it's worth. I was a big fan of Paramore's very first album, and I like everybody else, loved Riot, then loved to hate Riot, the same as people did with my Romance.
Yeah.
You know. I didn't follow that taste on to the subsequent album, but I did listen to the most recent Paramore album. I've actually got it on vinyl, and I really like it because I think it's an example of when you just let a band do what they want to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I like it or not. I appreciate the creative view of it. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
They're never gonna make it. They're never. Oasis never. Probably another album they did. It's never gonna be. Definitely, maybe.
Yeah.
So why do we care?
Yeah, of course.
Stone Roses are really going to release first album ever again.
No.
So it doesn't matter. Let them do whatever.
Yeah, of course. Like speaking on tangent subject, on subjects. Like one of my favourite albums of this year was a group called Little Lilith with their EP called Strike. When they started like 4 years ago with Lily and Yuki at the time, they were like they were actually a rock band, and then like 2 years ago they celebrated their second anniversary yesterday with a live show at Shibuya Club Asia, and they went from like a hard rock band to literally like a full on metal gent band, as they call it, the genre gent. Yeah.
What is gent?
It's like sound of the guitars, like it sounds like that's the way I describe it, but I need to look at it more carefully. But I know it's been a genre for like 10 years.
It sounds like guitars.
Guitars, and like the guitars, and like they sound like at times like very recordy, like when you like like a vinyl like record, we hear the like it's like sudden like you strum it and then you just like quick pause and it changes something different sort of thing. Yeah, Jenny gets what I'm on about. And another thing that caught my eye, and like, it's also another one of my favourite records of this year. It was it's gonna surprise you. I mentioned it in the very first episode with Matt. Iziliel's Moonbow Genesis. Yeah, because like saying like going on the subject of like where bands evolve or whatever. Because I thought at the time with Izilio, I thought it'd be more like a Necronomidal, but Himari doing like the solo, but in Himari's way of like, and the sound. I was thinking of the sound of more like similar to what Necronomidal did, but no, it's totally different. I've seen like I can't remember which one it is. The very first single that she ever that came out, it sounded very 80s poppy, and it all sounded like all the other songs like it's very more melodic death metal. And another thing, it's Himari's own lyrics as well, if you didn't know that. Yeah, Himari wrote them.
I thought she was quite a lot more creative.
Yeah, because
seeing her on Twitter and stuff, she's very expressive with having creative.
Yeah.
I think it's really quite nice to have an idol have creative.
Yeah.
Right about what she wants. I'm guessing she's probably also part of music videos
Yeah.
Music videos.
Oh yeah, because speaking of which, a new video came out today, Lilith. I haven't watched it yet, but it is pretty good. For what I've heard, it's pretty good, so I'll go give that a listen later. I just thought I'd bring that out, so... Any...
Is Necro still...
No. Yeah, start...
Basically all blew up at Hype last year. I can't remember the 4 members?
Yeah, it was 4 members at the time. Basically, what it was they were in Sweden at the time, and like one of the members' history at the time was expressing something on her personal Instagram, and she mentioned Maker or Stella Narumi, what she likes to be called now, from a different group. So she mentioned her, and then Malin, or Kaysen now, was watching it, and she said something to Maker about it. So Maker or whatever got upset, and so what they'd done, like them two, Malin and Maker at the time, actually try to look for the airport to come back to Japan, and they were like, so one of the members was like told Himari that we're leaving, this and that, blah blah blah, and literally they found them in the middle of nowhere, in like near motorway, and then after they got back from Sweden to do their Narcon convention, within 2 weeks they decided that was it. Necronomidal's on the indefinite hiatus as of this and that, so
yeah.
Is anybody...
I think the newest member at the time quite she was being quite expressive on social media. I'm not sure exactly what the content was.
Yeah, neither do I. So
it was. I don't think it was mental health. I think it was something where she was expressing stuff that would make you feel a bit comfortable. And I guess it kind of picked up a bit of a thought between two of the members, and it all blew up. And it's just like a week or so before they'd been at Hype, they were all getting along really fine.
Yeah.
For God's sake, you know. So it's. But the thing is, I wouldn't be if it was any other idol. Like, what the hell's going on? Sadly with Necro, like anything can happen. And I think it got to the point where Himari was the only member that wanted to continue.
Yeah.
I think
of course,
had enough.
Because it's her band.
Yeah, and I think Ricky got to the point where it's like, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah, after so many trials of like regrouping and everything.
You know, there's so many different lineups. And then it's just idols come and go, but I think the reasoning for the girls leaving probably just added more stress to Ricky as well.
Yeah, since like the whole Isilio stuff now, Himori's solo. I could tell Ricky's happier. He's getting things done. My opinion, but they're also doing less shows as well, except for like the ones overseas and and Japan. Yeah. And another thing, like Himori's cosplaying more as well. He's done conventions.
This is not a shot. This is not in any way. Firstly, is there anybody watching this so far?
I'm gonna be honest with you, none. Well, it says one watching. That's me using the for the chat. So, but in general, I will say it will be archived and everything. So, but I did put out.
So anybody watching now, fuck you. If anybody's live, I apologise for that. One of the great things about social media is this is breaking news, right? Which is probably quite bad. But and this is not a shot. But Ricky, it's got to be a bit uncomfortable because Ricky's probably still got a backlog of he's still sending out all the Necroma stuff, isn't he?
I believe so, yeah.
He's still sending out with the members last year ago. And I don't think realistically, you know, I don't think Ricky will mind too much. I think if we're honest, and I think if we're all honest, Himari's always in the meal ticket.
Yeah. Well, she's always been the most popular one. You know, whenever the bag goes, she's been the one with the most merch sales. Yeah.
It's probably best for him as well. And I'd be surprised if he wasn't involved in that conversation. That's all. You know, that's all. I'm gonna sound that. I think I've spoken about people. So I had somebody from the work today. Somebody really had a go at me on Twitter back when I had it, and they went, you chat shit about Necronomide and all this, and I went. I spent some time away. I didn't respond straight away because I had to think about it. I thought, am I too hard on them? I remember I loved Chroma. Loved them. I was honestly 5 days away from having them tattooed across the chest. Right. That what is it? Skull of the Stars. That's how long it's been. I was gonna have the original Chroma thing. Right. And I remember I decided not because there was something strange going on. And I remember just no, I'm not gonna flirt with WACK. But and so I took some time thinking that I used to fucking love this. The reason I stopped is because it felt like it was no longer real.
Yeah.
Felt like it wasn't about the music and felt like it was. And I don't want to say a cash grab because I don't think it. And I genuinely and people thought I used to take the piss out of Ricky. I wasn't trying to take the piss out of Ricky. No. I just felt something was wrong. I feel like with any management company anywhere, regardless of who the person is, there's just some. Yeah, for me personally, comes to a manager, I look for leadership, regardless of music, business, whatever. And I just felt there was just something not right. You know, and so I remember responding to this person saying, "Look, I'm sorry if I did. I'm sorry if I don't mean to offend them, and I don't offend any fans. It's a personal view that I choose to share. I just think something's not right, and I don't trust it.
The thing is, you can be a fan and also be able to critique.
Yeah.
Fans that you listen to. I mean. Trying to think. You know, I remember the conversation a million times in the Necroma fandom. You know, the backlog of merch being sent out. I remember Roderick went down the group, and I received them a year later. You know, and it was a ball. It was a ball. I tried management. Got They said go to Bandcamp. I tried to message Bandcamp. So it was an absolute ball. And then in the end, I thought I'm not going to get my merchandise. And I'd actually address by the time it sent it. Luckily, I was able to get the stuff back. But it's just when you're critiquing bands and things, you're not doing it to just hate on them. You're telling them because you want them to get better. You know, you don't want your favourite artist to fail. I mean, there was a prime example of a bit of a kick-off on Twitter because Fallout Boy, it's the 20th anniversary of their first ever album, so they've released like a vinyl for it, and their rule was you can't buy more than 2 copies. And somebody had managed to bought through 55 copies, and we're selling them on eBay for like $150. The fans were like, this is what's happening. This is the critique. And I don't know who was typing Fallout Boy's official Twitter. But they were kind of why you having to go at us for? And it was like the fans weren't hating on them. They were just saying, look, there's this thing that you've set up. It's not working. You need to get around it because it's not fair for the people generally want to pay for your records. You know. It's the same with like concert tickets.
Oh yeah, it's just ridiculous.
You know, there's responsibility companies to sort that out as well.
Of course, with like what you're saying, Jenny, about like Wembley as an example, and also like Roundhouse, and also with other venues, like they're doing it online now. The like the actual ticket says, so you receive it like sometimes a week before or even 2 days before, like with the QR code and everything, which is pretty cool. And the only time you can like say bring ticket, like if you're not going or anything, just like awesome if there's anyone on the waiting list sort of thing.
It's trying to change. Sorry. I think. We all know what we've all been stung. Companies should just be honest. I think we live in an age where it is literally all people really ask for is just transparency.
Yeah.
In the case of the Fallout Boy vinyl, it should just turn around. Nobody's got to back it up. They shot themselves in the foot by lying initially. So all they should have done is just said, look, we're sorry. As with anything, we all know there'll be people out there who will buy and then sell on. It's just what happens. It's part of the commerce. The only way you would ever stop that is if it was physically in a shop, let's say HMV, because I know that HMV sells vinyl. So if they look, one record, one customer. That's it. But it's not. It's the internet, and you can't stop people from doing it. All it would is somebody just say, unfortunately, you know these systems can get gone over. That's it.
Yeah.
Not one person would have. It's when people come out with unrealistic stuff. That's it. You're more the bad guy if you turn around and say, we're not going to let anybody do this. And then when it happens, they just look like you know, just admit it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Okay, so now we get back to the subject. I know I've mentioned a couple of times, what everyone's thoughts on your favourite albums, and then choose your best. Like music.
On your favourite?
Yep. So EPs, singles, like albums. Like you can talk about a few more than you normally would, and then choose one of the best to last or whatever.
I'll be honest. There's not been much this year that actually interested me in terms of release. I was really the older I get, the more I'm kind of dialing back to stuff that I cared about when I first found Japanese music. And I think that's That's just because I'll be completely honest. I've left idle completely this year. I would not be able to tell you with anything, such as like I went with Necro. I am kind of like trying to listen. I've listened to a lot of city pop.
Yeah.
I've listened to a lot of things that I wouldn't necessarily listen to because probably my partner's very open-minded. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna try outside the box. And I've been listening to a lot of it's not Japanese music, but I've been listening to like a lot of disco and funk stuff this year. So I thought, I'll check out some city pop, and I've really enjoyed it. I wouldn't be able to recommend any of it because it doesn't sound real. I've not really gone in and really done it any justice. I've listened to like city pop DJs on YouTube. These people who actually have the records and they're putting them on, and I'm just sat there 45 minutes going, okay, I like it. It's enjoyable. It's not really that interesting. There's in terms of I know we'll get them later. I assume.
Yeah.
This is an
It's mixture. It's mixture. So that's why I put all three in one. Yeah, so it's a mixture. Don't have to categorise it. It's just a mixture.
In terms of singles, you Tardy, Gold, her new. I'll listen to anything she makes. She could spend 3 minutes just saying rice over and over again. 3 minutes. I'd be there for it. Listen to the whole 3 minutes. I've enjoyed that. There's a group I've been to called Tokyo Groove.
Oh yeah, I recommended those. Yeah,
and
I recommended them before in the past.
Yeah. When it comes to just easy listening and just that's all I'm at now. My day is just stumbling through the day with the kids, and as soon as they go to bed, I think right, just need some peace and quiet. And I'll put on the most calm music. It's not that. It's something called cafe jazz. I'm really into now. But that's I'll say cafe jazz podcast. That's in terms of singles. The I've not really enjoyed it this year personally. I don't. There's nothing really that stood out for me. We could obviously say Hanabi's done great. In fact, Hanabi's probably really great.
Yeah, they're doing a few festivals next year in Europe.
Yeah. And if I was asked like what's the most successful, who stood out this year, I'd probably say Hanabi. And I know that their record came out, and I really enjoyed it. I'd probably put it down as a favourite. If the question was who stood out, I'd say Hanabi. But it's just too few and far between for me.
Yeah.
So that's me.
Understand. Jenny?
I'd have to say I've not been actively listening to a lot of music. But I do have to say I've been listening to a lot more Tada Hikaru.
Okay.
Just because my partner's a big massive fan of Kingdom.
Fair enough.
And she sings a lot of the songs in that game. There's one song I can't remember the name of it, but if you play Kingdom Hearts 1, there's like a big massive cutscene that plays before you go on the main menu, and that's the song that plays. A remix of it.
Okay, fair enough.
But it's a standout song. It's like when you go.
Sanctuary.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the song I'm absolutely addicted to this year.
And Kingdom Hearts 2 is that's it.
Yeah, they're really good songs. I didn't listen to an awful lot of to be honest. because a lot of them really appeal to me. But I think because of playing a good video game, good music. That's always been a good leeway to me liking music. It's why I'm a big massive Kingdom Hearts game.
Oh yeah, can't wait for Rebirth.
There as well, you know. So I've been listening to a lot of Heart with Kingdom Hearts, and then I've also been listening to a lot of K-rock as well.
Oh, good.
I had a song out earlier in the summer. Make Out Alive, which was a really good song. It's a Japanese song, but it's literally all in English. And then I've also been really enjoying Lisa as well.
Oh yeah.
She had a song as well, and it was part of the was it the new Spider-Man film that came out?
Oh, okay.
It's part of the soundtrack. Three songs I've been listening to. But again, like a lot of these I've been listening to nostalgia as well. A few weeks ago, one of my favourite members from Morning Musume graduated. She'd been in the group for about 30
Wow.
years.
That's
So it was quite nice to like listen back to the song. But unfortunately, I have to listen to them all on YouTube because they don't have them on Spotify. They don't have anywhere stream. Oh, it's absolute balling. But
That's Avex.
yeah.
Is it Avex?
Avex.
yeah,
Is it
Avex.
Avex?
Yeah, Avex. Avex, I believe.
Morning is part of Project.
Oh.
But I know Avex can be quite strict with their music. So.
Just before Andrew gives. Well, no, just before Jenny continues, I just want to say that I'm extremely proud of myself.
Oh.
Extremely proud of myself because I have finally introduced to now finish Final Fantasy 16.
Finally. Now he needs to do his Lost Judgment. And Gaiden when you've done that.
I adore the Final Fantasy games. I was late to the show. My first Final Fantasy game was 15, and I subsequently played.
Oh, I love that game, 15.
Mine was 30, and a lot of people don't seem to
I like it.
one.
I like it.
I really like that. So my she was mad into them. And I had Final Fantasy 13 on 360. I just never played it.
Yeah.
Just never played it. But like I think was really cool. Fuck the hate. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing Final Fantasy recently. I've been really getting into that one. And then obviously again, like Andrew mentioned, I need to play the new game. And then there's two more Yakuza games.
Yeah.
One's already come out.
Yeah, Gaiden, yeah.
And then obviously, is it due to come out in January?
Yeah, January, Infinite Wealth.
Yeah. And it just so many good games.
Hands up for homie waiting for Shenmue 4.
Yeah.
It's not.
So it's going to be a few. So I'm going to pick a few anyway. But there's so many that I listen to that popped. Oh, what's the word? I can't think of the word now. Popped whatever.
Your cherry.
Yeah, popped my cherry. Yeah. Of course, I mentioned earlier about Babymetal, the other one, and also Little Lilith and Exilial. But there was some others that I've forgot to mention, or some that I have mentioned in the past. Even though it's between June and July, you had Passcode release a new EP called Groundswell, which is a proper good little EP, and of course, since Emily's taken over, there's more screaming. Like they did, when he had with Uni, there was songs where there was no screaming from them. There was songs that there was, but he's a little bit more in some areas, which is pretty good. And the other one, and it's the last one with Ayami and Kaguru, and that is Broken by the Scream's Water Slide Party, which is an EP that they released earlier back in July, and there's some pretty good stuff on that one. And like, of course, at the time, Io's still in the group, and Kaguru, they both had the green, but both, even like you might agree, Matt, that excuse me, that both Io and Kaguru had the best screaming and growling vocals that I've heard from a female. It sounds like it's actual male as well, if you get where I'm coming from, how well it's done.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, just thought I'd bring that up. And they've got a new member which is going to be doing the clean vocals. Her name is Shinzuku, and she's going to be debuting on the 20th of basically in 4 days' time. But they are sort of looking for new screaming vocals right now. And of course, going back to screaming vocals, my favourite single that came out of this year has to be Maze with Grotesque Creatures, and it reminds me a little bit of, like, in some areas you've got a bit of Lorna Shore or Spirit Box with their like style breakdowns, which is so ridiculous, I'm gonna use the word. And as well as like the clean vocals and really good screaming. So they're a 3-piece right now because Rio graduated a few days ago, so they are looking for a new member at some point. My best album, well, I've got 2 favourite albums, but I'm going to go for this one, which I'm going to say is no surprise to any of you, and also the viewers that watch it. Love Bites with their Judgment Day. It's their first album back in
I should have put money on that.
So it's their first album with Fammy, and of course the first without Miho as well. And
yeah.
I knew what Love Bites were going to be, but I wasn't expecting them to be like what they did with Electric Pentagram, but they upped the ante a little as well. So
I'll have to give that answer.
Yes, and since Fammy's now been in the group, I can hear a lot more bass in some things. Like one of them is like Judgment Day, the self-titled song, and also Stand and Deliver. There's some good bass in it, so of course it's in the playlist with Stand and Deliver in the playlist if you check it out later. So that's my favourite things of this year.
I'm really surprised to have Squad's newest EP.
Well, they did 2 EPs in the last 6 months. 6 months. That's what you had Reverberate, and then you got Groundswell. So, and also speaking of Pasco, they made their debut in the US back in August, September. Yes, that's what I'm hoping. They've actually said they want to go to more countries, so they've actually expressed that.
If they came to the UK, I'd take the week off work.
I'd book everything off.
You might be able to, but
How can I do it?
You after 9 months deserve a break. What I would say is that those 2 EPs, I'd say Reverberate for me, not the strongest. But I still don't feel like, is it Emily?
Yeah, Emily. Yeah.
I don't know. She started very, very strong. And for me, it's kind of like top. So I'm hoping maybe it'll pick back up. I don't know. I've not got social media. What do you know?
Who?
Yuna.
Oh, she's got her own YouTube channel, and she does things like content like every now and then with her sister, and it's like all on Instagram as well. So she's still active on social media, especially on Instagram. So, and she seems quite happy with herself. So just thought I'd put that there.
Fair play.
Yeah.
I think though, if Passport ever came to the UK, I can imagine them being in a festival.
Fair enough. Because like with when they did their US tour, they're actually in venues that were big enough to fit their band on, their backing band.
Yeah.
That's
Probably download the fair.
Speaking of download, Hannah B's to be there
yeah.
next year.
Yeah. Same with Crystal Lake.
I
and Babymetal.
Well, then I want no excuses because if they can be a down, they can be a fucking Birmingham. Or they can be a fucking Huddersfield.
Yeah.
No more bullshit. No more just London. I don't mind it, but
Yeah.
It's probably safe to say it's in London. I'm not there.
No.
Fair enough on you too. So.
Unless I lose a double bed in London.
Or twin single.
Stop.
I don't mind.
Internal.
Yeah. No homo. But you know.
You was gonna say something, Jenny?
You've got to pay for the room now. You pay for the room.
All right.
No. I'm joking. No.
I wouldn't.
But no, mate. It's
Okay, so
it would probably be an evening affair.
So before is
Not
it?
together. I mean the gig.
Yeah, I know what you're on about. Yeah, I've got a question for you guys.
I know what you're like.
Any more things that come up before we wrap up for the year? Before we go into the recommend
It's over.
for a year.
Another year, another day out. I wasn't sure if I'd make it, but this will be my last ever public appearance as a 33 because I will be 34 in a couple of days time. So this will be the last. 33. So this I want to look back on if I ever the grand age of 35. And be like, how young I look. Well, a couple of days.
Oh dear. Yeah, we can say that happy birthday to Matt before the end of the year.
What I will say is that it's I love being with you guys again, and I wish you both a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to anybody listening, fuck off. Happy New Year.
Yeah, we'll be, yeah.
To you and your family. If you've got kids, fucking bless you.
Yeah. Any question? Anything that comes into your mind, Jenny?
I just hope next year has a lot more to bring me back into Japanese music because it's been quite it's not been as much of an active year for Japanese music, and I don't know whether it's not really catered to fans like me. So I just thought there's a lot more stuff happening next year.
Let's hope things. That's one thing. Hope that get more acts will come over and everything, making their debuts, and have a good time and more music. So, just before we all wrap up as well. So,
can I just ask before you? How old are you, Jenny?
I'll be 30 next year, January.
Happy birthday to you.
Woo!
just imagine that.
Andrew, push forward. Your final thoughts.
I already expressed my final thoughts anyway with what Jenny just said, so that's what I did. So as another thing before we wrap up, I'm gonna do normally like we did it with Rota, Jenny would know, we do recommended songs. This time I'm gonna do 2 recommended songs. Yeah, everyone do. And as it's its last UK show with Femm before they disband, you can do 1 Femm song and 1 song from albums that you mentioned or whatever, or even something random that you enjoyed.
In terms of Femm, clear.
Fair enough.
If you go on Spotify or wherever you listen to music, whatever number 2 is, that's what I go with. In terms of another thing, what of all time this year?
Any will do. Yeah. Yeah, you could do any, like we've done in the past. So
that's a tall order. That's like saying what song you have at your funeral. Oh. God, yeah. Because I know you're not listening to it anyway. So I'm not going to chuck you what I actually have. I'm going to say. Always. When I was 19. I was walking to work. I used to have to walk to work because I didn't have a car, I didn't have a license, anything like that. So I'd have to walk an hour to work every day. And I remember the first ever time I ever listened to 2009, first ever time I ever listened to Iosuka's Love Letter album was this morning, and I was starting work. I started work at 6 a.m. So I had to have left my home about 4:45, and it snowed, and I was walking, it was in the dark, and I remember listening to it. It was winter, and there's a song on that album, creamy, spicy.
Okay.
and it's a love album for me. Always makes me think of winter. And I always, even now, I still remember what it was like, and that time in my life. And I'll always remember how that album is one of my favourite of all time. But that song feels like it should not have been on the album. It's so different to everything else. So I'm gonna say Iosuka, creamy and spicy, and you're probably not going to listen to it, but I highly recommend it just because it's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
I'd say for me, in terms of Femm, there's two songs, and they're both off the same album, Wannabe.
Oh yeah.
That was the first ever Femm song that I listened to, and it's so there's no like proper substance to it. It's basically a song saying there's this girl I want to be like her, you know, which is just so faking, but I really liked it. And then another song of theirs is White Noise.
Oh yeah, good choices.
Which I really like as well. And I remember I was just absolutely listening to them sing higher. And I'm really gutted I couldn't go to that.
Yeah, same.
But a lot of their music is really easy to listen to. You know, there's nothing like hold you back from it. And then I think if I was to recommend another song, again it's not a song from this year, but I remember Mika.
Oh yes.
Her song.
Oh.
Whenever I'm feeling down, it just hurts me up. Because it's very like house kind of, but it's very poppy as well. And she's just such a phenomenal singer, you know. So if you definitely want to check out Ocean, I think Ocean is definitely a song that's really good to listen to. Plus it reminds me of the summer as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because as much as I love things like Christmas and Bonfire Night, I love the summer, and it just gives me like summer festival vibes. I think that's like a song I'd recommend.
Yeah.
You know, which is weird song choice. I'm a heavy metal fan, but all three songs I've chosen are like EDM pop.
Fair enough. Yeah. So my choice is for Femm. It was when they brought out, I think it's 2021 or something like that, and it was their first song as of Femm 2.0, and it has to be We Got Each Other. It's so... It just makes me perk every time I heard that song. Even watching the video, it just makes me feel happy that it's their video where they're showing emotion as well, and they're a lot smoother in their movement. And the second one, I'm going to do too. And of course, the second one, it's going to be the basic obvious that even like Jenny will know. It's Fuck Boys Get Money, as it's the viral one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was expecting you to say that as well, so I thought I'd put that in as it's there. well,
no, it's a stand-up song.
Yeah.
Stand-up song, but like the two songs that I've
Yeah,
recommended
yeah.
are always ones that I always go straight to.
Yeah.
Sing a bit of them, do a bit of
Yeah, I
them.
understand.
Did you say boys get
Yeah, that's the actual name of that's the actual name of the song.
I am clearly
It's one of their like most viral video, one of their most viewed YouTube videos. That's the actual, yeah. And so my choice, it's going to be a difficult one, but it's going to be of this year, and this one I thought.
He acts like he didn't ask a fucking question. Like I can't thought about it.
I had it in my mind. It just went. It just went suddenly. For me, it has to be Strike from Little Lilith's Strike EP. It's just like where they did the video. It's in the same place early this year that Bride did one of their latest songs, which was Eyes of Doubt. It's in, like the video. It's in the same location where they did the video. So, oh dear. So it's quite cool how it's all done and everything. So that's it for this year. I would do like usual, like follow us at this and that. So as it's last year, I thought let's not do it for this year, and then start anew next year. So.
Well, I think we should.
Okay. I've been outvoted.
I think we should. Well, no. All it is, I would normally agree with you. But I think it's important. I actually have some plugs now.
Okay. Oh yeah, I need to plug something too.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
I'll let you go first.
is of course like follow us at Guy on Twitter or X at _Guy. Start again at Gaijin _Scars. Yeah, if you want to follow me, it's at Andrew _BFI, and I'm going to leave it as that. Plus, like most recently, like I saw this crowdfunder from Remco who does the Japanese music experience. He's like really not in a good way mentally wise, so he's got a crowdfunding going around to help with his medical insurance or whatever. So I will put a link in there once the thing is archived, and also on X as well. So yeah, so help him with his donate, help him with his help him get better, so with his mental health. So I'm going to leave it as that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Anybody that can do that, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we do that to help.
Yeah.
What I would say is I do not have social media. However, I will now be uploading videos to a YouTube channel for Sociable Hour, the podcast I used to run. And I am currently in the process of trying to re-upload all of the videos that I use, all of the audio that I used to post on SoundCloud. I'm currently putting them up on YouTube. It's a gradual process just because of how much there is and how long time I get. But I think I have episodes 1 to 7 on YouTube now. I'm trying to make my way up to 13 episodes I currently have. To get up. So if you're interested, if you used to listen to the Sociable Hour or you're in the podcast I used to do, if you subscribe to me, it's channels under Elliot, because I didn't know if there'd be anything else. But if you search for Sociable Hour and you're familiar with the podcast, you'll easily find episodes 1 to 7 on there. So if you want to subscribe, be amazing. Just let kind of obviously keep kind of loading. If not, it's all cool. I'll put them all eventually anyway. It's just whether or not anything happens. I think the thing with my podcast, people tend to know that one of the things that drew me to it is that I do the episodes where it works, not necessarily on a it's not I wouldn't say it's an occasional podcast. It's just when I can and with people that I really care about. So we'll get there soon. And subscribe to me. Search for Unsociable Hour or the channel Matthew Welling.
I'm not as active on social media as I used to be. If you still want to follow his idol on near enough every social media platform going. It's still in the works, but I'm planning on doing a podcast sometime in the next month or two. But it's completely different to what I usually do. I'm doing a true crime podcast.
Wow.
But with this one, my goal is to do more Japanese stories. There's a lot of them that I didn't realise. So that's in the works. Still working on a title and a format and everything. So if you follow me on my social medias, that'll slowly but surely start coming out. I do plan on doing it myself, but obviously there are some episodes. I do have plans for that I might have guest stars on. So yeah, keep an eye out for that.
Okay,
That sounds amazing. And tell me when you get it.
Yeah, we will subscribe to that. So that's the end of this episode and for this year. So everyone, I wish everyone, including the people that watch it later, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2024. Bye.
Bye.